Hello. How's it going, guys?
Going well.
Good. How are you?
Good to meet you both. My goodness, I'm sick of seeing people's pictures. I'm glad to see everyone's moving faces over here.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of the market, and I'm so happy to have you guys as part of our small business bazaar. Why don't you give us a little introduction to yourselves and your business and where you guys are as well?
Okay. Well, we're Nite Dae. My name is Sweety. This is Heena. We are sisters based out of Greenville, South Carolina. This is what we can say is our side hustle. Hopefully, maybe one day be our main hustle. We're actually both ER nurses. So I work full time as an ER nurse, and she works as an ER nurse as well.
Wow.
And we started this whole thing just because we wanted to show our love of fashion.
I love that so much. You guys sell the cutest stuff. Oh my goodness. Now, do you mainly sell your things in boutiques, or do you have it just an online presence? Where do you normally sell your things?
So we just do right now. We just do our stuff as an online presence, but here in the next coming months, we're actually going to be doing more things where we're doing like private sip and shops and more other little fun little things that people can actually come and touch the clothes, feel the clothes, and try them on and see them in person. Because it's one thing buying something online, but when you're actually there and getting that whole experience of shopping, and we want to do it in more intimate settings, and kind of just be there for everybody to do that.
Right. I love that. Now, are you thinking about doing that like people can book you and do it? Or are you going to work with another company that already exists and then they'll advertise it, people can come to it?
We're just going to do it ourselves. So we're going to just have people book us, and we're going to go out and we're going to start doing that for our community. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Eventually, we'll like to make an online presence as well. Do online virtual pop-ups. But we'll see how the private sip-in shops goes, and then we'll move forward. But we're definitely going to do something different. We don't see a lot of boutiques around here in the upstate where we live do that. So we want to definitely be diverse and different in that aspect.
Yeah, I love that. How long have you guys been doing it for?
We started in November of last year. So we're still very new.
Yeah, we're very baby.
That's so exciting. Of course, right? You have this big vision and you start it, and then the freaking pandemic hits and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we'll get to that question later. But so how did you started to say that you wanted to share your passion for fashion, but like what made you specifically, want to get into this as a hustle, and especially together? Can you talk about working together as sisters?
Well, my sister and I have always obviously been really close, and not only do we have a love for fashion, but just being women of unique shapes, sizes, and being obviously diverse, it was kind of hard to shop online or even shop at boutiques or even your retail stores and find exactly what we liked or how it fit us. And so other than having a love for fashion, what inspired us to do this is we wanted to be a very diverse and inclusive boutique for not just women of your average shape, but just women of any signature, shape, size, background, ethnicity, and not just bring to the table that it's all about shopping, but also to encourage, motivate, empower women. My sister and I have always been that way growing up and being there for people, and we wanted to show that through a business platform. We wanted to be more than just a business. We wanted to do more for women and the people and the community, especially where we're from. So
I love that so much.
We figured that a business platform would give us a bigger and better reach to be able to do that.
Right, exactly. Oh, I love that so much. I think that that's so important. I was just talking to a friend recently about how, times are crazy in every way right now, but I really love living right now in a time where, there's just so much body positivity out there. And as someone who is not a standard body type, standard in beauty terms, I know that I'm average in terms of like actual people that are out there. But in a time where there are so many brands that are, you know, size inclusive and are just like, more about making you feel beautiful and not about covering you up, you know, I think that's super important. And I love that.
And we definitely took the time to show what we stand for through our models and the clothes that we buy for people and sell. And not only that, but just about the outreach we have within the community, especially during these times. Because being women, being different shapes and sizes throughout the year, we know that it's important to be able to be diverse and inclusive and celebrate self-love and body positivity. Because, I mean, let's be honest, we all as women have had some kind of insecurity, or even if it was a little joke about us, we want to be able to love ourselves and celebrate every piece that we put on.
Right.
And we're hoping that our small boutique will kind of resonate with other boutiques to kind of take on the same actions that we have. You know, just so, because I mean, there's tons of boutiques, and you know, you look at it and you don't see the diversity, and it kind of makes you like, and then you know, even though if you like the clothes, you're kind of gonna be like, is that gonna look right on me if I don't see somebody other than your average person putting on the clothes? And it's like, okay, like. And so we wanted to show that, like, our models range from the 20s up into their 60s, from the size small to 3X. So
that's amazing.
We wanted to show that. And then another thing with our business is the name, the Nite Dae name comes from us as people. Like we literally say, like, I'm Nite, she's Dae, even though we're sisters and there's so much like similarities in like what we do and everything. Like, we have two different fashion styles, and we wanted to show that our styles together can resonate across all kinds of all types of women, and that, you know, that they can show that everybody can wear boutique clothing. You don't have to be one size, and you don't have to look one certain way just to wear cute boutique clothing.
Right. I love that. I think it's really important that you guys are intentionally setting a model for other shops, you know, similar to you guys, because it's true. Like I will go into a boutique shop and like I already have to go to the end of the rack anyways, and like rarely will it be anything near what I can fit into, and it's like, it's such a bummer. It's like, okay, then I'm stuck only buying like their accessories and whatever, and that's fine. But I think that we live in a world now where you have to include people who have always been here too. It's not like anything new, like, you know, and it's just giving more power to people, and they'll feel more confident themselves. And if they, you know, especially if they have, you know, the money to spend on good clothing, you know, why take that opportunity away from them because you don't want to make a size bigger or something, or carry it, you know. It's really interesting. So what's what's your favorite part about owning your business? I know you get to work together with your sister, but what's some of your favorite parts about it?
I mean, obviously the whole working with my sister. We've always, there was always a thing that we said that we were always going to do a business together. Like we didn't know what it was going to be, but we were always going to do. But I think a lot of it is just, I don't know. It's like almost like personal gratification. Like when somebody buys one of our pieces that we know, and then they just love it, you know, and they love like, and just, again, going back to how we are, the platform that we're using, like, you know, people just loving what we're standing about, and it, you know, making that small impact in our community, then hopefully like becomes a bigger impact. But just seeing, like, I don't know, I guess we've always learned from our parents, it's just like there's a joy in making other people happy. And that's what we see, and that's what we love. We love when people love our clothes. We love how people tell us how they feel in our clothes, and like and that that just gives you a little like, okay, like we helped you, like, no, we help, but like, you know, we gave you that little boost of your confidence. You know, it
Yeah.
showed you like, yeah, I do love myself, and like, yeah, I do look good in this, and we're just glad that we were like a small entity in helping them feel that way.
Right. I love that. I think that it's something really cool about small businesses these days, at least people I've been finding, that are like, there's just so much depth to what people choose to spend their time on right now, because, you know, our time is so valuable, and like, you don't see people doing frivolous small businesses. I don't anyways. I think it's because I'm friends with really cool people, but like, there's so much thought that goes into it, and like, yeah, you guys are selling clothes, but like it's so much more than that. And I think having this conversation with you will like let other people know that, and will hopefully let people see that like they should find out those stories when they're buying from a place, because supporting you guys and your vision and your passion is like gonna make that article of clothing have so much more of a story then, even though it's something that's new, you know, like it is attached to your guys' vision and your passion. And I love that. And I think that people should have their closets full of clothes like that, instead of just clothes they can get at a big box store or something.
Right. And it also allows us to meet new people, and you know, we have customers out in California, and it's just cool to like be able to interact and you know, be able to just meet new people.
Right.
So,
we've had people reach out to us from Japan and Ireland.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we don't sell internationally right now.
Yes.
One day we would hope to, but to have a reach that far, it was it definitely made us really excited.
That's so cool. I know the internet, man, it makes the world kind of a smaller place in some regards. Your reach to people, that's the coolest thing. Oh my God. So what's some advice you have for people wanting to start their own business, wanting to have a hustle, wanting to work with a family member, any of those things you guys can touch on?
I would say, as far as the advice I would give, or we would both give to someone who's starting a business, is one, don't ever doubt yourself. Don't compare yourself. If you want to, for example, start a boutique, don't compare yourself to these other boutiques, how they're doing, what they're doing, when they're doing it. Have a plan on how you want to do it. Our biggest takeaway from building this brand is being unique. You know, make the business unique to you. Don't follow what everyone else is doing. We're huge planners. Take the time to research, plan, ask 100 million questions, especially if you've never been an entrepreneur. And just trust yourself, believe yourself. It's going to take some time. You're going to have to be patient, but if you put your heart into it, it will take you many places and you will grow. You know, don't ever give up. And every small victory, every small sale, let that be a huge celebration to you and your business. Because again, some of the biggest things, and I know starting out for us, it can be a little intimidating when you see all these other boutiques that have been established and they're doing well, but we have to understand and realize that we're a small boutique, we're still growing. And at the end of the day, what means the most to us is what we stand for. So that would be my biggest advice or advices to someone starting out.
I think those are really good. I think that, it's really easy to compare yourself, right? And I think like, I do it constantly. I did it yesterday. A friend of mine is like selling their house, and they have a studio in the backyard or in a barn. It's not the backyard. It's like a freaking whole other structure that's gorgeous. And I'm like, I don't have a place like that. I was like, what am I doing? And I'm like, I'm on my way. And, you know, and I think like, it's always important to look at like, when you feel that spark of whatever it is, hopefully it's not too much jealousy or anything, but just like, even if it is, like maybe channeling that into, well, how can I apply that to what I want to do?
Exactly. Let it be a motivator to you.
Exactly.
Yes, I totally agree.
Which is exhausting sometimes, because you're like, I'm doing everything I can. But the other thing I think that everyone in the world is now finally understanding is like, we see people's highlight reels. We don't know the ins and outs of people's businesses or their daily life or their experience or how many years they've been doing or how many, you know, different shops they've been in first, or how many bad business deals happened. You know, like there's just so much that we don't know about people's stories that, you know, gets in our way when we are comparing ourselves, because we just the happy parts and the rainbows and butterflies of it all. And it's like, that's not always the case, but
exactly.
So how have you guys pivoted during this time? I mean, my mom's a nurse, and so I like completely understand what you guys are going through. I don't know how many cases y'all have had down there. I say y'all to people who are Southern. I do this thing where I people's accents sometimes. So wow, sorry. So my best friend is from Texas, so I also talk. Anyways, tell us about how you pivoted during these times.
Well, yeah, both of us, we work, like I said, we work full time, but we, you know, we understand that we have a business, and we have always just remained present.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm working, she's present, and vice versa. And we just continue to let people know that we're still there. Like, we're still there. Like, you know, we wanted to continue, you know, we didn't want to, like, just because we were nurses and we work, you know, we were crazy during this time, you know, having our boutique still present kind of instills like a little bit of a normalcy for people, and be like, oh, I can still shop, you know, and I can still, you know, I can still buy affordable clothing, you know.
Yeah.
And we just maintained our presence for it. And, you know, just to, like, you know, and we did giveaways, and we did like we did this mystery bag bundle deal, like, you know, fun. We did like things like just to make it fun and keep people interested, and kind of like little contests and things, just to, like, you know, have a, you know, one little portion of their day that's not surrounded by the pandemic or what's currently going on in the world. And so we just, our whole thing was to just remain present.
Yeah. We actually helped other local small businesses during the quarantine time, where it was very important for everyone to stay indoors and not be out. We participated in a pretty large giveaway contest with other local businesses to help raise money in support of them for bills and to get by, because a lot of them were salon owners, tattoo artists, you know, beauty stuff that were out of work. And so one of the decisions that my sister and I made is, because we are really strong about giving back and helping as well behind our platform, is we didn't want to take any of the money that was made from the contest, that we wanted everyone else to split it amongst themselves, because we were, again, already working on the front lines, and it mattered more to us that they were being helped as much as they can. So doing that and pivoting them through this these hard times really meant a lot to us as well as them.
Oh my goodness, you guys have the biggest hearts, because I just, like, you know, you guys need to support too. You're the nurses, you're there.
Thank you.
But I think, like, now, and that's so generous of you, and I think that just adds to your character and your story. And, you know, I think that people right now can be even more inspired to purchase from you guys because of what you're doing still for your community locally, and for, you know, working in hospitals and working in the ER. Like, everyone should support small businesses no matter what your other main job is, but you guys, especially right now, like, really, you know, just out of whether or not you need the money financially, but just the support from people purchasing from your business to help it grow, I think is important. So take some of it. And then
we appreciate it.
Good. Because I know when you feel blessed and you just, like, want to share it, I completely understand. And that's, you know, that's part of why I wanted to spend my time. Like, so I teach at a few art centers in the state, and I hadn't been teaching them because of quarantine, and I got, you know, I got let go officially. And, but I've been spending my time building my own business and trying to run things, but I really wanted to take the time to build these online markets for people like you guys to pivot, help you guys pivot, you know, and help everyone else who's, like, might not have their Etsy shop set up yet or whatever, to just, like, give them a push to help get the next thing rolling for them. And so I get it. So what is the best way people can support you guys right now?
If the best way people can support us right now is if they do purchase an item, we love for them to leave an honest review. Any kind of feedback, whether it's private or on our business platforms, we would truly appreciate that. Also, if you do buy a piece from us, definitely take a selfie and tag us in it. We definitely want to show the world off our customers in the pieces that we have. And sharing and following our business platforms means more to us than ever, just helping us grow and getting our name out there even more than ever now, because we want people to know that we, from the beginning, have not forgotten about the diversity and being inclusive at all.
Yeah.
We want to not only be here for other business platforms, but we want to be here for everyone, all the community, and understand that we understand what everyone's going through.
Yeah.
And that being different and diverse
it's beautiful.
Is beautiful.
Right. Exactly. I love that. Well, thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today and chatting and sharing your passion and your business. It's the best.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, girls, anytime. All right. Well, good luck this week with the sale and everything. I hope you sell lots of cool things, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.